guys, it's your own boy, the one only Great Day, and back for day 955, Star Drop opening, and I'm in the Supercell Creator Program, and it looks like we have a Supercell Store daily freebie of, again, 50 coins, and I don't know if you guys have been seeing the same thing that I have, but I'm a bit suspect that they've been reducing the freebies we've been getting over on the Supercell store. Like usually it was 100 credits. I believe yesterday it was only 75. Looks like we're just getting less after that free bling event we had. Maybe they're worried about crashing the game's economy again or something. I don't know. But it is half the amount it was before, at least in terms of coins. And as of today, I have Daily Streak. Day 365 with reward of 100 bling and the Fortune Helpline being held hostage in a Fortune Cookie Factory. And I swear I've been seeing that one more often now, and I don't know why. But as you guys can see, I haven't got the 6 daily wins yet, and that is because we have Boss Crow. And again, you guys will probably rank on me in the comments. I still haven't even gotten to doing the Mega Pig yet. I usually do that in the first day at least, but again, it has been a bit harder to coordinate to try to do it with teammates. But I've also just been busy today. And again, you guys aren't tripping. Apparently, if you go from normal to insane difficulty, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For some reason, impossible just doesn't give you any reward this time. So we'll probably have to play at least one match with Mortis and Gem Grab or something while I'm at it to get the 6 daily wins. I could complete Impossible, but it just doesn't really make sense to, because unless you're going for Impossible 15 or whatever the max boss difficulty is, there really is no point moving forward past Insane to get the max reward here. Maybe they're worried Impossible was too hard or something. I've already seen, I think it was Reflex that posted a cheese where you could kind of use Gray to glitch the boss into the secret room or something, and you know, that'd work fine and all, and then you can use infinite Hank Super on him. But it's actually probably just easier to get 3 Colts in the match and defeat him that way. And again, I'll let you guys know in a second what it's like, but obviously there's plenty of other videos actually showing the gameplay if you guys need more tutorial than that. So again, I think I'm just going to pause it here. I'm going to choose Colt, obviously, and then I'll come back with the first dungeon boss Crow here again. Dragon. I want to say Dragon Boss? They're just calling him Boss Crow. I mean, everyone already knows he's the boss of bosses, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But again, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back with the first win for the daily wins. Let's see what we have for the Chaos Draw. Starting with Mythic. 150 credits. Again, is it just me or something weird going on with the resources? You know, I bet what it is, they probably just had a recent update too. They know we're going to be getting more free resources off of Bling now, so they've reduced the resources we're getting from other avenues, so we're really not getting anything. Again, I'm being a bit critical here, but we're probably not really getting anything much more for free than we were before, because they've simply reduced the amount of resources we're getting from other avenues, it would seem. Maybe we are getting slightly more still, but again, if they have to reduce the other facets to give us more in a different way, are we really getting more? I don't know, we'll have to see. But anyway, rare 50 coins. I swear that it would have been more there. Again, 150 is a weird amount. All the amounts are kind of like halved almost. It just seems strange. But anyway, I will say, of the boss dungeons, again, I think this one's my favorite. In order to get into the secret room, you can just use Colt's Silver Bullet. You don't have to do any of that wacky jumping nonsense. Plus, it's got the 3 stages, which I think makes it at least a little more fun to anticipate how much more difficult it's going to get. And the final stage on easy. I mean, the first 2 are just, well, I think it's actually normal, right? Normal difficulty. Are ridiculously easy. And the final boss kind of it summons fire from the ground, or it's very reminiscent of the Vecna boss fight to me, and he shoots fireballs in a clockwise direction, it would seem. So again, nothing too crazy so far, but again, I'm enjoying it, so let's keep going. Alright, on to the second win for the daily wins.
Rare.
A rare of 25 power points.
Rare.
A rare of 100 XP doublers. So again, that was hard. Really not that much harder than normal. What I think is funny is I can actually just rush past the first boss area and head straight for the cubes, because the second boss doesn't even spawn in until you beat the first one, so I can try and steal the cubes before anyone else. It's only 6 in the secret room. However, if you defeat a boss between bosses 1 and 2, every time you defeat them they drop, I think the first one drops 1 and the next one drops 2, which should give you a total of, I want to say 9 cubes, right? Again, I don't know if that's going to change as the difficulty increases or anything like that, but again, that is plenty, and you have the energy drink on the left side room, so again, it's not too hard so far. Again, I thought it was funny because I was just saying how it was reminiscent of the Vecna boss fight. If you guys are aware, apparently when it does the fire summon from the ground, it literally plays the Vecna sound cue from the Vecna boss fight, which I just find hilarious. I think it just says "Big On" or whatever, so yeah, they're definitely reusing at least a few assets here, but anyway, let's keep going. Alright, we're back with the third win for the daily winners. We have a rare 50 coins, and a super rare of 50 power points. And even at expert, it's already getting quite difficult. The boss is now spawning in multiple boss ghost dragon crows, as well as doing the jump with the returning hypercharged daggers, so it's getting pretty intense. Again, I did switch over for this boss fight specifically to health just because of the poisoning taking longer to heal, so being able to heal a bit quicker is more useful, I think. Though, again, if you're willing to stay at low health, you could potentially benefit a little bit off the damage gear, but anyway, this is working relatively well. The teammates are getting a bit triggered that I'm specifically just darting towards the cubes instead of fighting the first boss, but again, I think this is a fun boss fight, so let's keep going. Alright, we're back with the fourth win. Mythic! Daily wins, we got a mythic of 500 credits, pretty good. Rare. As well as a rare of 25 power points. Again, this actually should be the last difficulty stage I need to complete in terms of rewards, and Master wasn't all that much harder than Expert, so I don't think Insane should be too much harder, and again, I probably won't even bother with Impossible and Beyond, but obviously I'm sure there'll be other videos out there of people completing that if you guys want to check that out, of course. But again, let's keep going. Alright, and we're back with the fifth win. Super rare, 30 credits. And the challenge chaos drop. Let's see what we have. Okay. Got a legendary. Still 1,000 credits again. Getting a really hefty amount of credits today, so I'm fairly happy about that. But again, I actually still have one more to go, and I think I'm going to switch over to Gem Grab with Mortis despite my scruples on that, so again, let's see how this goes, but I'll be back in a second with the last daily win. Alright, I was actually able to get the win with Mortis, so for our sixth and final daily win, we have a rare 50 coins, so nothing too crazy there, but again, I did get some pretty good drops today. So, again, I am recording and posting this a bit later, but mostly just because I did watch the East Asia Brawl Stars esports stream. Again, it's a bit earlier in the morning for me, but again, I think I prefer to watch that one just because it comes first before EMEA tomorrow. Of course, I'll try and put through predictions, but I don't know that I'll be watching EMEA just because I already got all the 5 rewards for this weekend. Again, I ended up getting about 3 of the 7 predictions correct, but I didn't watch towards the end to try and get the other ones correct, because if you guys didn't know, you can get a second chance to vote again if you got one of them wrong earlier in the session through the quarterfinals. So again, anyway, in the shop for today we have Dragram, Dragon Maisie, we have Porcelain Surge at the discount, as well as Night Lily. Now we have Night Bell at a 15% off discount, but again, they're all gems, and we could potentially get them all, I'm thinking all of them now, for free, even Porcelain Surge through the new Bling system, so I don't really see the need to spend gems on that. Resource outfits alright. Our daily freebie is 60 XP doublers as well as 15 coins. Again, I don't think anything else too crazy is going on there. And I'll show you guys again, of course, the predict button. I haven't gotten there quite yet. And I keep hovering around the exact same start of Masters here because I just keep getting a bunch of interesting randoms, I'll say, when trying to push towards pro here. So again, I have about 3 days left. I think I'll keep trying, but at the same time, I just don't know if I'll have enough time with the randoms I'm getting here. I swear it doesn't even matter if the drafting I get is good enough if the players I have just aren't playing very well. So I'm not really sure what to do about that, because I really don't want to just put it down to luck, right? If you just play enough, you'll get there eventually, kind of thing. But again, I'll show you guys just no special quest today. There's nothing going on in the news tab, I don't think. So up in the mode selection, of course, we have Boss Dungeon, Boss Crow again. You guys gotta let me know if you're able to complete it relatively easy, what strategy you went with. Again, I think just playing Colt's fairly easy. You just gotta make sure to dodge that. Fire breath can do a lot of damage if you're not careful. And I guess the fire coming up from the ground is pretty annoying too, but it's not too hard to dodge. Make sure to play your Mega Pig. We have about 2 days left on that. We have Basket Brawl Slam Dunk, Brawl Hockey Slippery Slap, Brawl Ball 5v5 Siberian Standoff, Brawl Arena Knockout Grounds. We have Free Play Brawl Hockey Bouncy Bowl, as well as the map maker winner of the day is Hot Zone Canyon Control. Again, a pretty decent looking map there. So again, I don't think anything really too crazy is going on. The other thing I'll say is, of course, if you guys haven't seen it already, make sure to go on over and check out the Supercell Creators giveaway that I'm able to do now. I don't want to spoil what the reward is, but you guys can check out that video on how to enter if you guys are interested, of course. And I still haven't really looked into the whole 100-second brawler secret early access spoiler teaser thing that they're giving creators. Again, I don't really know if you guys care to see a video on that. Of course, you can let me know in the comments if you do, but there's already a ton of creators that have already posted a video on it immediately when it released today, so I just don't know if there's a point for me to do that. Again, even if I'm able to get, I think, 100 views through using the hashtags, I'll probably still get one of the quests done anyway. I'm not necessarily expecting to get to 1,000 views for the second stage of it, so again, I'll try to use the hashtag and see if that helps or if I need to create a specific video, but I don't know if their system actually recognizes the difference as long as I'm using the hashtag, so we'll see what happens. But again, you guys can let me know if you want to see a video on that. Let me know if you're buying anything in the shop. Let me know how your predictions are going, or if you watched the actual esports. Again, I was very surprised. I believe it was Zeta that actually managed to get through playing Sirius in an actual Brawl Stars monthly finals match. They somehow were able to sneak Sirius in. And of course, they ended up winning that match. Again, I didn't watch all of it, but I was just so surprised to see that happen. But again, as you guys know, Sirius is still quite broken, so of course they ended up winning that match. And yeah, again, I don't really think there's too much else going on today. There's still a bunch of things I'm trying to do. Again, let me know if you guys have ever tried to push beyond Masters. Right now, I'll just say it's very frustrating because ever since they made that change where you can't even create a team above Masters, it's not even like, oh, we'll just find good players to play with. I literally can't play with a team as far as I'm aware. I don't think it'll let me start a match if I have 2 actual good players with me here, so I'm just kind of stuck with the RNG of falling and rising and trying to see what happens. So I do think there is some luck in there, but again, I don't want to attribute all to that, of course. So again, I'll keep trying, we'll see what happens. But other than that, again, let me know if you guys got anything good from the Boss Crew rewards if you completed already, or again, what your strategy was. But other than that, again, I don't think there's too much going on, so let's see how far we can take this, guys.